Good afternoon. Welcome to the final of the WPRO General Election Debates Decision 2010. Today we hear from the candidates running for Attorney General. We have 5 candidates, and let's meet them all right now. Democratic candidate, State Representative Peter Kilmartin. Representative Kilmartin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
The moderate candidate, Christopher Little.
Good afternoon. Thank you for letting us be here.
And the independent candidate, one of the independent candidates, Kevin McKenna. Kevin, thank you for joining us.
Delighted to be here.
Independent candidate Robert Rainville. Mr.
Thank you very much,
Phil.
Phil.
For joining us. And Republican Eric Wallen. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Good afternoon.
Our panelist, former Attorney General. She sat in the seat all these men aspire to sit too. Arlene Violet, who joins us. Arlene, thanks for joining us as well. Jim Hummel of the Hummel Report. Thanks again, Jim, for joining us.
Great to be here.
Your help through this week. This debate brought to you interruption-free by Dunkin' Donuts. We thank Dunkin' Donuts for their generosity. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. There is video available of the debate. You can get it right now, 6:30, WPRO.com. You can also text today's winner as you see it. Text the word vote to 68683. Don't forget, immediately following the debate, we'll break it down for you. Special edition of the Matt Allen Show is Arlene and Jim. And GoLocalProv.com, Stephen Beal will join Matt Allen. We'll analyze the debate and take your phone calls as well. The campaigns have agreed to rules and time restrictions. If you're interested, those rules available, 630WPRO.com. We have a lot of candidates in the room. Let's get right to it. We've essentially drawn lots for the order of our opening and closing statements, and we will start with the Democrat, State Representative Peter Kilmartin. Representative Kilmartin.
Thank you, Bill, and I thank WPRO for allowing this debate this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Peter Kilmartin, and I am running for the Office of Attorney General. I have served on the Pawtucket Police Department for almost 24 years, rising to the rank of captain and officer in charge of prosecution. I also served in the legislature for almost 20 years, where I took on issues such as keeping guns off of school grounds, stopping people from enticing children into cars, having breast cancer mastectomy operations covered by health insurance companies when they refused to. Those were some of the issues I've worked on. I also teach law at Providence College, and I've been an attorney now for 11 years practicing law. I think I have the experience and the vision for the office to be your next Attorney General, and I ask you to go to peterkilmartin.com to look at that vision, and hopefully we can get some of that in today's debate. Thank you, and I look for your consideration on November 2nd.
Thank you. Moving on, opening statement now from Mr. Rainville.
Again, thank you. I am Robert Rainville, candidate for Attorney General. This race could not be more clear in the differences of the candidates. I am running as an independent, and I'm running as an independent because the Office of Attorney General needs to be independent. There is no room for politics at all in the Attorney General's office. Certainly, as former Attorney General Arlene Violet knows, that office is one where decisions need to be made for the betterment and the protection of all of Rhode Island. There is no Democratic issue, Republican issue, moderate issue, any political issue if a crime is committed against someone in your family. If there's consumer fraud against someone that's a corporation that is happening to you. I am going to be the only independent Attorney General this state has seen. I am frustrated with politics of old, politicians, people telling you one thing and doing something else. I will stand up for Rhode Islanders. Robert Rainville is the only person in this race who is the independent, who can actually do what he says he will do, and that is make decisions based upon the law and the facts.
Thank you, Mr. Rainville. We turn to, from the moderate party, Mr. Little. Mr. Little.
This is Chris Little. The AG's position is extremely important for Rhode Island. See, the AG isn't just someone there to prosecute street crime. The AG has a broader mission of prosecuting white-collar crime and public corruption and serving as the advocate for Rhode Islanders on such very important issues as their health insurance, utilities, helping to protect them from consumer fraud, helping them to ensure that the quality of life in Rhode Island is protected and preserved. To do this job requires 2 things. It requires, one, that you have the skills, the background, and the commitment to do this. It also requires that you have the independence to do this so that you understand that the people you are there to serve are the people of Rhode Island, not someone who is an insider. That is what I'm committed to doing, and I'm asking Rhode Islanders to support me, Chris Little, for Attorney General. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Little. We move on to Mr. McKenna.
Hello, Rhode Island. I'm Kevin McKenna, your independent candidate for Attorney General, your independent watchdog. Allow me to use my 37 years of experience as a lawyer, my experience as an assistant attorney general, and my experience as a former Providence judge to be your Attorney General. I will not be abiding to robot politics of the political parties. We have 3 political parties, they're enough. I will be there to make a Department of Attorney General, to defend your pocketbook, to defend your lifestyle with competence comes enforcement. You have to know what you're doing. Just because you can fly a kite doesn't mean you can fly a 747. You have to know the issues. I know the issues at Beacon. I know the insurance issues. I know the enforcement issues. There's systems issues. They're not rhetoric. Kevin McKenna will make a difference. I ask the voters to make a difference.
Thank you, Mr. McKenna. Final opening statement from Mr. Eric Wallen.
Thank you. I'm Eric Wallen, and I'd like to be your next Attorney General. As a former Air Force captain, JAG officer, as well as a former prosecutor in the Attorney General's office, I've had the experience of prosecuting federal and state felony criminal cases, a qualification that no other candidate sitting here in this room has. This is a level of experience that every Attorney General in the past generation and even beyond that has held. And it's critical. Rhode Island is facing some very serious issues. 18 months ago, I got into this race saying that I'd crack down on public corruption, and that's exactly what I'll do. I'll use the experience I have to go after public corruption, child predators, and gang members, and to protect what's important to all Rhode Islanders, regardless of their party affiliation.